Hey everybody! I am very sorry that I missed the share, but I really did actually want to get this out there for you guys because I find it quite interesting and kind of cool, and I think that a lot of you will too. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate what I was going to do live, but I'll just record it and I'll show you the editing process and everything like that. What I'm going to be showing you is a multi-camera editing technique. First things first. Yes, I have one of these. um, this is very, very, very important for filmmaking for various reasons. It's actually like this thing actually does a lot of things. You can do color correction with this piece up here. The information on here, if you put it in front of the camera at the beginning of each scene or take or whatever, then that's going to show up as the first frame when you're editing, so you don't have to actually scroll through your video. You can just see what scene is what and combine those, so that's nice. And then, of course, we've got that lovely thing right there. What that is for a sound spike, and the sound spike is very important for syncing video. It's one of the easiest non-manual ways to sync video. So I'm going to start this off, and we are going to do this. It's going to be, what are we going to call this? Let's see. What are we going to call this, Brianna? Super Ultra Multicam Take 1. Okay, that was a little too loud, but okay, so in front of me, we have what I'm going to call my straight cam. Down here, we have what I'm going to call my low cam. Up here, hi, I'm going to call this far high. And over here, hello, I'm going to call this probably, what did I say, close high? Far high? Close high. I'm going to call this close high. Okay, so we've got four cameras total. And let me show you what this actually looks like. So that's my webcam. That's going to be one camera here. This is going to be camera 3 because the phone is my camera 2. And then over there, back over there, is my close shot of the arrow keys there. That's going to be my camera 4. So I'm going to perform the same action to all cameras in a manner. I'm going to explain to you guys what arrow keys do. Okay, so that'll be the content of this fascinating video. So here we go. Arrow keys are very important on a keyboard. They're located in this general region right here. Also on the numpad, if you turn your numlock off, I don't know why you would do that. If you do, good on you. But these are the arrow keys. This is the up arrow key, and it makes things go up. This is the down arrow key. It makes things go down. And this is the left arrow key. This is the right arrow key. This goes left and right. As you can see, arrow keys are extremely important. And that's about what I would do. So obviously less than fascinating content there, but you get the idea. So what we're actually going to do now is I'm going to stop all the cameras, import all of the footage, and then I'm going to meet you back over in Premiere where we're going to edit it and make it work. Okay, we're back. I got everything imported, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't have to do that live because it took a few minutes. People would have been literally just watching files transfer. So, yay for not having to do that. So here you see Premiere and my lovely file structure here. One very important thing is to put all of your different clips in special folders, marking where they came from. Otherwise, you're going to have a heck of a time figuring it out. You could drag all those folders directly into Premiere, which is pretty groovy. And we've just got the single clip for each. So this is actually the easy part. All you have to do is click on each individual clip, right click, create multi-camera sequence. I'm going to call it arrow keys. All right, and we are going to use, we're going to use the audio. Okay, so when you're doing a multi-camera sequence, it's going to show you by default whatever camera is on top, which is apparently my phone. But you don't only want to see what cameras on top, obviously. You want to see what's playing on all the cameras so you can determine when you're going to switch your camera. This button here toggles a multi-camera view. Look at that. There's the fourth camera. So you can see that despite the fact that the clacker didn't even come in, that spike didn't come in until about halfway through the video, right around this area here. There we go. the sound is all still synced. It doesn't have to be at the beginning or the end, as long as it's somewhere in there. There's an identical spike or multiple identical spikes of sound. It can generally pinpoint those. Okay, so what we're going to do is just cut this up real quick. And we're going to start with the straight shot, which I'm going to call, which is going to be camera 2. So the way that this works is that I obviously have my number keys here, and I can hit 1, 2, 3, and 4 to select specifically which camera I want to be showing in the sequence at one time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Furthermore, I can actually, if I select it, like if I double click it, then I can actually see the sequence. I can see all the cameras and how they have aligned with one another. And I can mute different audios. I can select different audios. All right. Huzzah, huzzah. Okay, so that's our better sound. So if you have multiple cameras, all of them are picking up sound. And let's say sound corrupts in one spot or is just really muddled in from one source, you can actually just switch sources and only hear the source that you want to hear. If you want to hear them all at the same time, hey guys, I'm so sorry that I missed the share, but I really did want to. The loudest is always going to override, but if I mute the loudest, let's see where it is. Hey guys, I'm really sorry that I missed the share. I actually really wanted to share this. Very, very quiet. Okay, so that was about 15-ish minutes of editing or so. So let's see what our final product is. Arrow keys are very important on a keyboard. They're located in this general region right here. Also on the numpad, if you turn your num lock off, I don't know why you would do that. If you do, good on you. But these are the arrow keys. This is the up arrow key, and it makes things go up. This is the down arrow key. It makes things go down. And this is the left arrow key. This is the right arrow key. This goes left and right. As you can see, arrow keys are extremely important. And that's about what I would do. So that's it. Multi-camera editing in a simple sequence like that. Now, just imagine this with 10 cameras across 500 different shots, and you can imagine how arduous this can get. But techniques like this do make it simpler, especially with extremely large volumes. So that is it for me. Thank you guys for checking this out. I appreciate it, and I'm sorry I missed the share. I will have something very fascinating for you next time. Can't think of anything right now, but we'll come up with something. Bye.